Good afternoon, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and this is a, not a Bionicle or Hero Factory video. In fact, it's not LEGO related at all. Well, okay, kind of is, because considering, the Optimus Prime LEGO thing was released, like, last year or so. I don't remember, and it looked fucking brilliant. I can't fathom the actual size of the thing. I haven't seen it in person yet, but my god, the thing had a lot of love and care put into it. I didn't get it. I'm not that big of a Transformers fan. And that's what this video is about, is Transformers. Some of y'all who subscribed for the LEGO stuff, well, you may want to keep watching, because I will be referencing some LEGO stuff and LEGO-related stuff in this video. So stay tuned. So, I wouldn't consider myself a Transformers fan. In fact, I don't consider myself a Transformers fan. Over the years, I've had a number of Transformers. A lot, to be honest. I had an Energon set, I think, where you put the little clip thing into one and it would do something special. I had the big fucking Unicron thing years ago, many years ago. The one that you could turn into a planet and, and whatnot. It was so fucking awesome. Came with a Minicon, had to get rid of it because, kind of was taking up space and I needed to downsize a little bit on the amount of Transformers I had. And this was kind of a thing that plagued my collection of Transformers. Well, if you want to call it a collection. In 2009, I started experimenting with Transformers. I took them apart, took out the screws, took out everything, and wanted to combine them and manipulate them and turn them into this massive fucking robot thing that never happened. That's regret right there. I definitely regret doing that because those were valuable sets. Now, most of them were from the Transformers movie line, but in fact, I have the Shia LaBeouf trilogy of Transformers films. The first one was alright. It was great for the most part. Revenge of the Fallen, I kind of liked better because it was more action-oriented and fun. Then, Dark of the Moon came out. I only saw it once. I saw it in the theater with my dad, and that was it. I have the DVD, never watched it. I do have the PC game for Transformers. One Michael Bay films. Case is cracked, which sucks. I couldn't get this to work on my computer. I don't think I can get it to work on my computer at all. I never saw the original Transformers anime film from 1986, I think. I do want to watch it at some point. I do want to do that at least. But the Michael Bay films, in terms of, Transformers 4, 5, Bumblebee, the film that came after that, Rise of the Beasts, this new one, Transformers 1. I don't want to watch any of that because I honestly don't give two flying fucks. So it's just the whole Transformers cinematic universe thing idea has kind of become kind of a train wreck, if you will. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of action-packed adventures with these Transformers films, but I just don't care about them. That and Michael Bay can't do Transformers right. I mean, hey, they tried to fix this with the G1 Transformers in the Bumblebee film and Rise of the Beasts. And I think there was a film in between those. And there's more Transformers films coming out, probably for as long as they can milk it. I'm just not a fan of them, to be honest. I haven't watched Transformers 1 and 2 in a while. It's been quite a while since I last popped in the DVD. Yeah. So, all those Transformers I had are gone. They're dead. I might have very few parts left over from them. It's kind of marvelous that how many leftover parts I have left over from that experiment that never happened. It was definitely an experiment that wasn't going to work out because It's kind of a waste of time, to be honest. And I definitely regret it. Now, over the years, like I said, my collection has sort of dwindled. Not because of taking Transformers apart, but also, also having to, well, get rid of some Transformers, donate them to other people, I guess, like places like Goodwill or thrift store here and there, whatever. I had a number of Transformers, but I think last year I definitely sized down my current collection, and yeah, I had Shockwave from Dark of the Moon, and I kind of regret that one because he looks fucking awesome in robot mode. But I was at peace with letting these Transformers go. Most of them were from the movie. In fact, I think all of those were from the movies. And I had a couple of Bumblebees. I had, including this big fucking Bumblebee I found at Goodwill. I had a couple of Dark of the Moon Transformers. I had a number of other Transformers. I had a lot, I had a lot over the years, and clearly it was kind of a waste of money, to be honest, because I'm not really a Transformers fan, especially nowadays, because, as time went on, it just seems it was just getting kind of mediocre in some ways. The TV shows, yes, some of those are quite interesting. Transformers Prime definitely, was, from what I heard, pretty good. And then, there have been other Transformer shows that have been pretty solid for the most part, but I'm just not into them. So, remember Armada, remember Energon, remember all those. Those were fun for the most part, but it seems like Transformers just keeps getting remade over and over and over again for new generations, and that's fine. That's something you can't necessarily do with Bionicle, but Lego tried with G2, and, well, that was regret on their part, I guess, so, oh well, we got new parts out of it, so yay. So, I want to show you my current Transformers collection. It's definitely smaller now. Smaller to, I think, a few, I'd say. I do have a couple of these plushies. I have an Optimus Prime plushie. I have a Bumblebee one, too. Yeah, these are, like, half as normal, half as skinned and whatnot. It shows all the technical bits and bobs. This is cool. I mean, it's a cute little plushie. I can keep this and, just say, just mess around with it. Poke it, I guess. It's cool. It's got these little demon horns, which is nice. So, got a couple of plushies. Those are cute. Those are fun. I like them. My sister has the Megatron one, so... so I want to show you the Transformers that I have now. Let's do that before this video gets a little too long and wordy. I guess I'll go ahead and start with this one. This one is an Optimus Prime Transformer. Also, you're probably wondering what my favorite Transformer is. Optimus Prime. There's no getting around it. So... I feel like the guy who performs the voice in the movies, Peter Cullen, I think, he has a perfect voice for Optimus Prime, as far as I'm considered, or as far as I consider. But this is a version of Optimus Prime from one of the games, I think, War for Cybertron, Battle for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, I don't know, whichever Cybertron game was released within the past decade or so. This was a small little thing. It's a small, tiny little fucking head. Look at that. He has a gun, which can be held like this, or on this little nub right there as well. He can transform into a truck of some sort, but it's kind of weird. I don't know why I was so drawn to this one, to be honest. I guess I like the look of it better than the one that actually looks better from the other Cybertron game at the time. Keep in mind, this was like less than a decade ago. Well, I do like this thing. That's pretty cool. So I will keep this one at least, and it'll stay on the shelf over there. But for now, put it right there. Now, I got a couple, or at least 3, Robots in Disguise Transformers. Prime. that is Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise versions. So, here's Cliffjumper. This is a nice, cool-looking Dodge Charger, I think is what he's called. Well, he's got a massive freaking hammer that also looks like it's some kind of gun. Come on, camcorder. There we go. Oh. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so he's got these little pseudo-rubbery horns right there, those which are also on his head, which is deep in there. Yeah, see? That's what she said. This is I mean, the arms aren't as good as, you know, the first version of this Cliffjumper we got, but, well, I never got any of those because I didn't care. So, the weapon can come apart into two parts, actually. It can. Well, it just won't come apart. Yeah, it's pretty stuck, so that blows. Oh well. It came off before, so... I like this vehicle, though. It looks cool. It's nice and red, and, you know, the front grille looks great. It doesn't have a logo up front for Dodge, but hey, licensing. Unfortunately, there's some yellowing on the hammer, which kind of blows. You can also put this on the side, if you particularly like that. And on the other side, well, no, there isn't another side. Okay, well, I guess, okay. Well, that's Cliffjumper. That one is going in the box I have right next to me over here. This one is RC. I was really attracted to this version of RC, not in like a romantic way. I just like the look of the thing. The bike mode looked pretty cool. She has a kickstand over here. She has this gun weapon. Massive fucking gun that can be plugged onto this side or this side. But she holds it in this little area here. And she does have one of her blades. In the show, she actually has two blades. And the other, well, I guess you could say bigger version, the actual darker blue version, she has two of these blades. This one is nice. Chromatic silver, very chrome silver like type of thing. It's very pleasing. There is yellowing on this one too, which that's going to happen after so long. It is a color scheme of some kind of brighter blue than the original version, and there's chrome silver here and there. She does still have these little nubs that her original blades can actually tack onto, so that's nice. Her robot mode is kind of cool. She can steer slightly. Yeah. She has handlebars. She looks like a big freaking motorcycle that can turn into a robot. Want to see the transformation? Too bad. I liked RC, but now it's time to let her go. The third one I have, and the last one, I think, I don't know, is Soundwave, and he looks like some kind of drone thing. He does have an attachable or detachable little flyer thing, so that's a nice little added bonus that fits right into the slot right there. And these can also rotate like that, which is kind of weird. And also that looks like a fucking weird face. Does have the jet propulsion. He does have these wings. He does have these wings. I guess these are more like stabilizers on the back end. This one also has a kickstand of some sort on his feet. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to keep this thing together. There's yellowing on this and it looks hideous. Yeah, there's a wheel right there. There's no wheels on the rest of the thing, because the rest of the thing, it just plops on that fuselage or whatever. But I guess this is the fuselage. I don't know. I don't study this shit. But yeah, that is Soundwave. His face is kind of weird, though. I'm not going to bother with that. Because it springs forward, which is a nice little mechanism. His robot mode reminds me of some of the mechas, like in Evangelion, you know? Which is cool. Neon Genesis Evangelion, obviously. And, you know, even if you're so inclined, you can put his, obviously this is part of his transformation, but you can put his wings in that mode, and suddenly, well, obviously that happens, but suddenly it looks like a penis. But suddenly, it's more of a Y-shaped thing, so you can go yeah, that's always fun, but he's not that kind of airplane. Um, fuck. 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 There we go. Yeah. Pretty alright. Decepticon character. And that's another thing. The Transformers, there's two factions, the Autobots and the Decepticons. Well, there's also the Mini-Cons, which fall under both, so, but there's also the Beast characters. But these three... Come on, camera. Quit being stupid. There we go. But these three... I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna put them in the box. Bye-bye. But I do have also a couple of Revenge of the Fallen era Transformers. Actually, more like three. But these two are actually from a sub-theme. Hunt for the Decepticons, I believe it was called. The first one is a tank. The Japanese Type 90 tank, I think. It's called Bludgeon. He has a tank, or he is a tank. He converts into a samurai-looking thing robot. He does have a machine gun up here. Probably 50 cal or something, I don't know. Well, it's not 50 cal, I don't know. He does have the main cannon, and this can come out and turn into a sword, which, yeah, I know that's bent at the tip. But, bear with me. Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I gotta pull this out. Yes, geared mechanism. This can come out, and he has a bayonet. Nice. Nice little dagger thing. So, I'm still keeping this one because I like this one. Don't judge. I like tanks. Come on. And this is a pretty fine tank. So he does have these little rocket-propelled things on either side. He is pretty cool looking. But that is Bludgeon, and there is another. I think there's a recolor of Bludgeon. I can't remember the name of the set, but of the Transformer, but there's a recolor that I never got. I wanted to get it just because I could have two of these, but I didn't get it. So whatever. I had Brawl at one point though. So from the first movie. Well, kind of sucks that I don't have Brawl anymore, but hey, parts. Sometimes ball joints can be a problem. And I also have Mind Wipe, who I'm also keeping because he turns into some kind of plane jet thing. He does have a nice geared mechanism here on his wings. Yeah, those flip up. And this goes up too. He does have these little daggers which are spring loaded. You flip this thing on his arm. Yeah. He's ready to stab you. Again, from Hunt of the Decepticons. There is a part that is broken, and it's right there at the chicken leg thing right here. It kind of snapped, I guess, which kind of sucks, so I apologize. I don't know how that happened. I guess I was trying to pose this guy, and that happened, so whatever. But this guy looks pretty cool. He looks awesome in his robot mode and his jet mode. Well, it's some kind of jet. This is spring loaded. You could probably fit something in there, like a mini-con. I don't know, maybe a Lego minifig. And then I have a Dark of the Moon set, or character. This one is called Soundwave, obviously. But it's the deluxe class Soundwave that was unreleased, got it on eBay. He has this cannon that can do this. That always pleases me, is these cannons that, he turns from a massive cannon thing to this, because he is a sound-based character. But with these, with both of these, they look like charging handles. So it's kind of cool. I like the car. I'm not particularly fond of the character Soundwave. I mean, I'm not I'm not balls deep into Transformers like people like Optibotimus are. Subscribe to Optibotimus. Optibotimus, by the way, he's cool. The problem with this Transformer is that, as you can see by the face is completely painted, obviously with red eyes, but with like chrome silver of some sort. It's like, yeah, okay, the rest of the body is, there's Metru blue color, and some other lighter blue, and some So, but there's this pale gray and whatnot, and also he's got a bit of gold. I guess that's his belly button or something. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Also, he's not particularly done well. There's problems with this one, but I do like the car mode. Unfortunately, the robot mode, I mean, it's finicky, but I think there was problems with this one, and that's why they didn't release it. So, I'm keeping this until I am going to sell it at some point for, I don't know how much, but, yeah. I was a collector at the time, and I wanted to collect that set. But, yeah. Anyway, the only Transformer I have left, which, if it isn't obvious already, because you probably saw it in the background of certain videos, is this guy, Optimus freaking Prime from Revenge of the Fallen. I love this. This is awesome. This is better than the 2007 movie version, the first Transformers. This is my favorite Transformer set, obviously, for obvious reasons. And transforming him from his robot mode to his truck mode is kind of finicky, but it's the same in the other process. He's got these blades which can rotate back, but they won't stay, so you have to kind of rotate that. And yeah, what's he doing? Is he holding a beer? So then you have to press a button here. That's not working. There we go. He's got these big blades that he can stab with, which is awesome. He's got his kneecap blade things, and this, yeah, that's not supposed to happen, but hey, the other one is fine. This guy is big. He's like more than a foot tall, I think. He does have this little lever that pops out of his belly, and you can do this.
I am Optimus Prime. I am Optimus Prime.
I just love that. That's funny. His head perks up, his chest bits kind of like do a thing, and he says his famous line. And it's Peter Cullen, I think, is the voice behind this robot. So let's do it again.
I am Optimus Prime.
Also, there's other sound effects here which I am just particularly fond of, like the transformation sound, if I can get it to work. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking awesome. I intended to get the Megatron Revenge of the Fallen one, but I didn't get him, unfortunately. Because I was eventually going to do a battle video between this guy and Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Didn't happen. I will say there is another thing you can do. And that's it. That's it for sound effects. Some of these connections are a little off, like they tend to pop out every now and then. Ah! I gotta dust it a little bit. So, but that is my favorite Transformer figure of all of the Transformer figures that I've ever fucking owned. I got this back in 2012, I think. My father bought it for me, and I've been forever grateful ever since. It's great. It's fantastic. Some things tend to get misaligned. We've all had that. And sometimes you gotta finagle with the bits and bobs, but hey, it's still Optimus Prime. My favorite version of Optimus Prime, even though it's not really realistic to the original G1 sets. I never really got into G1 because, well, I was born in '94, so I couldn't get into it back then. But yeah, that's my entire Transformers collection dwindled down to as small as it is right now. I am now in the possession of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Transformers and 2 plushies, and obviously a game, and in the 3 of the Michael Bay films. 1 Transformer I'm selling, and obviously I'm not going to watch the films again because, yeah, in retrospect, they're kind of not that great. I am going to watch the 1986 anime film. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be fun. Yay! We hope. I heard that was a legendary animation for the time for Transformers. If you want to watch a Transformers film, go watch that. Don't watch any of the live-action stuff. And I'd have to agree with that. I mean, I haven't seen the film myself, but I guarantee it's going to be awesome. So, there you go. So, my experience with Transformers over the years has been kind of hit or miss, but for the most part, might be miss, because especially nowadays, what with all the toys that Hasbro is trying to sell off, with the transformations, sometimes it just gets a little too samey, and that's not good. The transformations, some of them feel a bit forced. Some of these ideas, some of the transformations seemed a little like we've seen it all before, but there's a certain level of suckiness to some of these Transformers. Even, like the Legends class or whatever of certain Transformers, like the little mini-con versions of, like, RC, for example. And, there's just a lot of Transformers I just didn't really care to get. I mean, yeah, the tank ones are cool. Optimus Prime Revenge of the Fallen was cool. These plushies are cute and fun, I suppose. I didn't really... And I did have a version of G1 Optimus Prime that was packaged with a couple of mini-cons. And G1 Megatron, this was a set. And that was cool. I enjoyed having that until I took it apart. That was terrible of me. I think I still have one of those mini-cons, actually. It was a little green vehicle. I don't know if I still have that or not, but if I do, yay. If I don't, nay. But whatever. Transformers, to me, it's not like a hobby of anything of mine. It never has been. I don't consider myself as big of a Transformers guru as Optibotimus or Paya, or however you say that guy's name. And, there are a lot of Transformers fans out there that like everything Transformers, and, well, that's kind of I don't want to say elitist, but more purist in a way. Yeah, purists, there are plenty of them, but there are those in every fandom. Same thing with elitists. There are elitists in every fandom, and maybe I'll talk about elitism in another video, because elitism is, well, it's something that you kind of can't really escape, but it's something that does need to be toned down. In every fandom. Not just Transformers, not just Bionicle, not just Lego themes in general, but everywhere. Even music and movies. And games. And yeah, so that is all I have to say about Transformers and whatnot. I'm not going to watch Transformers 1 because I don't really care. I saw the trailer. It looked okay. The CG was okay. But the faces of the Transformers is like, what's going on here? Why are they so happy? It's like, yeah, I get it's supposed to be a pseudo-comedy Transformers film. And I get it's supposed to be an origin story, but we don't really need that in the form of a comedy Transformers film. I don't get it. I really don't want to get it, honestly, because I'm not going to watch the film. I don't really care to. Fuck it. And also, fuck the other live-action films as well. But yeah, if you like Transformers, and if you are a massive Transformers fan, have to buy everything and everything, good for you. But for me, I don't know, I just kind of lost interest in Transformers in recent years. I don't really care to buy anymore. I don't really care to be updated on, the whole story of Transformers. It just gets kind of too much. There's too much of it, and it's kind of annoying. But I do appreciate Transformers Legacy, and I will be watching that 1986 anime film. So I might make a video regarding that, but as far as I know, or as far as I'm concerned, this is the only video I'll be making regarding Transformers. So, If you like this video, give me a like. If you don't, give it a dislike. Helps me to make better content, I suppose. And also, if you like this video, also consider subscribing if you want Lego related stuff. And also, regarding the Lego Optimus Prime, there was definitely a lot of care and a lot of love that was put into that, and much respect to the designers for designing that product. But it costs too much, and at the same time, I don't want it. I don't want it, not because it costs too much, but because I'm not as big of a Transformers fan. I don't even like the Creo stuff. The Creo Transformers were kind of lame, to be honest. I mean, if anyone's going to build a buildable Transformer out of bricks and whatnot, Lego can do it and probably do it better. And they have with Optimus Prime G1. But, I've seen Jang's review on Jang Bricks' review of the Optimus Prime, and I like what I see with the amount of stuff you get in the set, but I'm not going to go out of my way to, purchase the thing, because I honestly don't care. I really don't. And I'm not being disrespectful or anything, I'm just saying. It's not my interest. So, with that being said, I do have some mock reviews coming later tonight, maybe. I've got 5 mocks in total. So maybe I'll hold those off until tomorrow, I don't know. But I do have another video regarding combination models from Hero Factory that I would like to talk about, so stay tuned for that. And, well, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.